From the interviews to the news, what's your favorite two? Straight out the trunk, they got what you want now. Get your body, go to sleep, and when you brush your teeth, when you first wake up, turn your radio up. Straight out the trunk now. Straight out the trunk. You are now listening to Straight Out the Trunk. Put your seat back.
Yeah, what's going on? It's your girl Shaded right here on Straight Out the Trunk Radio. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening. We have a special guest on the mic with us today. It's Leah Writes in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? How
you doing this evening?
I'm good.
Absolutely.
No complaints.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You feel me?
So Leah Writes is representing the Crenshaw District,
yes,
correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I just want to, we on
Straight out the Crenshaw District.
We live on the air. I want you to let all the people that's listening.
I'm from the Crenshaw District.
Okay, let them know. Okay? And Leah's here with us. We're going to be talking about a few different things today, but we got a new EP out.
We sure do.
Lyrical
Therapy.
Come on.
It's out now.
Because we all need a little bit of therapy.
You feel me?
Okay, and then the lyrical part of it, we can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, that's that music.
Especially because Leah Writes.
Yes, she's here.
It's in our name.
No, for sure.
Right.
Yeah. That's my writing has been my therapy, so for sure when it's lyrical therapy, I mean every inch of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Meaning we write all our own stuff.
For sure. So I do write, however, I have a team.
Absolutely. Okay.
And so
teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. And I've never been that writer that's been like, no, I don't want nobody writing for me type. Yeah. So I've always been open. So me and my squad, we actually come collectively together and write the music. So
okay.
But your girl can pen a song.
Okay, and I just want to give you your credit.
A crazy pen game.
Yes, give you your credit, but let's get a team.
I've enjoyed actually writing with a group of people.
Okay.
Because imagine from 9 on up, it's just been me in my room, doing my thing. But once I got other creatives throwing shit out, that shit is amazing to me. So
those
cool.
Those masterminds. The mastermind, shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Drastic measures in the
We
building. Okay, we got to show some love to the team.
Always.
Absolutely. And then let's rewind a little bit. We talked about, so you mentioned it, we're gonna start there anyway.
Okay.
We started at 9.
Yeah, we started at 9.
We made our first song in the bath.
In the
bathtub.
You're just
I told you. Listen, I'm doing some research here and there. So we did a little beat on the
We sure did with the water.
On the water.
I remember yesterday.
Okay,
which
go
is
ahead.
Crazy.
And let us know what that.
So not to cut you off, but I was in the tub. Randomly started playing with the water. Came up with a song. Called my mom in there immediately. Sang the song for her. She's like, where'd you get that from? Thinking I maybe heard it somewhere. And I was like, I just made that up. And from then on, she asked me is this what you want to do? And I'm like, yes, this is what I want to do. She's like, it's not going to be easy, of course, because she's a DJ.
Yes, shout out to DJ AG.
Being a female, in that, line of work, it's difficult.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think she was more so letting me know, like she said, it's not going to be easy. So if you want to do it, go all in. And that's what I've been doing.
Absolutely.
That's since 9. And I have not been interested in anything else.
And nothing else.
Literally tried some things, but never worked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to run from your passion.
Right.
Or you can try sometime, but it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
It's not gonna last.
No.
Absolutely. So before we got to Drastic Measures and TG and everybody.
Yeah.
It was you and mom rocking
just
together.
Me and mom.
Yeah. So mom was the momager.
Mom was the momager.
Momager. Okay.
Yep.
So being so close with mom and she's being so instrumental to your career and things like that, how do you because I'm sure at some point you're writing about little kid things.
Definitely.
And younger stuff, but as we're grown, we're starting to write about more adult things, because we're adults. So how do we
what's funny is for the first time, I wanted to curse on the song.
There we go. That's
I was
like
13 or 14.
Right.
It was crazy. And all I wanted to say was shit. So she's in the studio, and I'm there, and I literally had to be like, hold on real quick. And then ask her, I'm saying shit in the line. Is okay? And she's like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
Right.
But, I've always had, I respect my mom to the utmost. To this day, I rarely even, I don't smoke in front of her.
Okay.
I have just the utmost respect for her. And so, with I'm sorry, I just kind of lost my train of thought. Not like that, but I started thinking about some childhood shit.
Hey,
Like, damn, I started thinking about the studio session. But with me like transitioning from that kid to that adult, it was pretty easy for me. My mom has always been like really open, so I've always been able to kind of just be myself. You know, and I wasn't a bad kid. Like I wasn't too rebellious, you know.
Just too rebellious, just a little bit.
Maybe kind of, but not so much. Yeah. So she kind of allowed me to like go through those phases without like judging me, you know. Yeah. So from kid and then going into teenager and then going into adult, it was pretty easy for me because I was a cool kid, you know, a pretty legit person.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
it's
no problem.
Shout yourself out. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You feel me?
Nothing wrong with that.
And mom made it easy. Yeah. So my mom and dad, they have been so supportive. Like, you know, I look at my parents and I hear a lot of my peers say like their parents don't support their music. I don't know what I would do if my mom and dad didn't support my music. That's like, amazing. I don't know what that even looks like or feels like. Yeah. So, you know, shout out to my parents. Yes. You feel me?
No, absolutely. Shout out to the parents for being supportive because that's really important. Support your kids, support their art. It just helps them be more confident as they move forward in life because it's enough people that are going to tell them that they can't do it.
For sure.
So that's amazing. Shout out to your parents for doing that. And you are a mom as well, correct?
I am.
Yeah.
Shout out my baby boy. Right, shout out Malachi.
Absolutely. Come on, Malachi. So do you bring that understanding, that level of understanding that you were talking about that your parents give you to your parenting relation or your relationship with your son?
Yes. So much. I think even like I'm different when it comes to disciplining. You know, like I grew up with two aggressive parents. Like my mom and dad are aggressive. They know that.
I mean, I think
and
that's
so
that era.
But I'm like soft, but I have that aggressiveness in me. And so with a son, being a woman, like I don't want my son to be scared of me. You know what I'm saying? But I want him to respect me. And then how you respect me is how you're going to treat every other woman in your life. Correct. You know, how you treat your mom, that's where it starts. So he's been such an easy breezy kid. Like my son is amazing. He has no idea he's changed my life. Like, you know, he's been my motivation like since 2016 since I dropped him out. You feel me? And so you know, it's been awesome. I think, and I'm learning a lot about myself too. You know, just as a woman, as just learning a lot. They teach you so much, you know. So
I can imagine.
And with me being like, I feel like I'm the cool mom, you know. So I think I'm really understanding.
I think every mom thinks that.
You feel me? Like we're the cool moms. Right. Like you know, I'm understanding, and I talk with him, and he's very receptive of it. So it's been cool.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I can only imagine what it's like, you know, raising a child in today's day and age with social media, and then you're in the music industry as well, so just navigating all that. How do you navigate being a mom, going to work, doing music, working on yourself?
Right.
The list goes on, I'm sure.
Oh man.
How do you, let's say there's an aspiring artist out there right now who maybe has a kid who really wants to pursue that music, but they're trying to figure out where, you know, what's the time? How can they do it? What would you say?
Right. I always say just never give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people probably tell everyone that, but that's really what it is. Like, you have to believe so hard in yourself to where motherfuckers probably think you crazy.
Yes.
Excuse me, can we curse?
No, yes,
okay,
sure
cool. Motherfuckers will think you're crazy.
Yes.
But that's just what you have to give, you know what I'm saying? And it'll happen. Dude, you know, be patient with yourself. That's another thing. I've been saying that to a lot of my friends. Like, be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard, because I've been hard on myself for a long time. And I had to start giving myself, like, you did that. Right. Like, you're good. You're doing great, you know? And so I would just say, be gentle with yourself, never give up, and keep pushing. Yes. Keep pushing.
That's amazing. That's an amazing message, because the main thing is just consistency. I think Nipsey Hussle taught us a lot about that.
Definitely.
He said it best.
Yeah.
What separates him is just that he never stopped. You know, so we cannot stop if you want to make something happen. Period.
And then to go back to how you said how I balance that, I keep pushing.
Yes.
Like, I literally keep that in the back of my head. Like, I can do everything. I have this affirmation I tell my son to say to himself, I can do anything I put my mind to.
There we go.
Literally. What we want to do, we're going to do.
Yes.
What we don't want to do, we're not going to do.
Yes.
It's simple as that.
That's correct. And that goes back to that belief that you were talking about, actually believing. Absolutely. That's amazing. And I want to touch on that too. You were talking about affirmations.
Yes.
Affirmations I believe in strongly because what we say to ourselves is very important.
Yeah.
What we think about most is what we become.
Definitely.
So a lot of times when we're speaking negatively against ourselves, we're actually putting ourselves farther away from the goal that we actually want to achieve.
Absolutely.
So what are some affirmations that, let's say, give me 2 affirmations that you say to yourself daily and then 2 affirmations that you make sure that your son says?
So I always say I'm strong, I'm beautiful for myself. For my son, I say, I tell him to say I'm a king.
There we go.
I had him saying young king, but he think he's, so
He's
say
the
king.
He's the man, okay.
And also I'm smart.
Okay.
I have him tell himself like he's smart, excuse me. But
yeah, intelligence, and it's not a bad thing to be smart.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think it's amazing, especially talking about being in with the youth and things like that. Is you having a child? I think I read or I saw that you want to open a youth center.
I do.
Yes,
I do.
So with your youth center, what are some programs that you would actually want to offer to kids that you don't see being offered to them?
So for sure, like science programs, even like politics. I was heavy into performing arts, but when when I had my son and we moved out of the city, it was more opportunities, and I noticed like what they're teaching those kids is not what our babies are getting in the inner cities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I want to bring that to our babies.
Yes.
Like, I want to let our babies' parents know that, there's tennis is other things other than, I'm saying tennis, but, like, you get what I'm saying? Other than basketball and football. Like, if you wanted to do a sport, it's lacrosse. It's so many other things. You could be a scientist. You could be a lawyer. You could be so many
coding,
different things.
There's so many,
So I wanna open that up, and it starts with us, the parents. If the adult doesn't know, how's the kid gonna know? And some of us are afraid to leave our comfort zones.
Oh, yes.
But go get those resources because they're out there.
Yes.
And it's better opportunities. You will grow. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I've grown from that young kid that grew up on Slauson and Crenshaw. I'm not that. I'm her, but I've grown and leveled up.
Yeah.
To where now I can say I'm in a whole nother zip code, rocking and rolling.
That's what I'm talking about. Because you didn't stop.
Yeah, period.
Yes. And it doesn't matter where you come from, Crenshaw District, Compton, whatever they're telling you, wherever you're from, that doesn't mean that dictates how far you can go.
Right. Like, don't be afraid to take that leap, Go be with those other people.
Yes.
It's okay to step out and go function with the other folks. Network. That's what it's called.
Yes. Out of your comfort zone.
At the end of the day,
out of your comfort zone is where we grow most. Absolutely. Speaking of Crenshaw District, we got a video of yours that's going viral right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to talk about it a little bit. So, you crip walking.
I'm sea walking.
Just to be clear,
I am.
Let everybody know.
I am.
But it's some fire ass sea walking though.
And it was like subtle too. I ain't even gonna cap. I was lucky a little.
I kind of could tell
after
you was
the
about
show,
to stop, and
faded,
they kind of was like they kind of hyped you up. You kept going.
It was really Chuck Dizzle.
Okay.
It was him. He started dancing, and I turned around and seen him, and I was like, I have to join in.
Yeah, I got to.
Keep in mind, that was me and Chuck's first time meeting each other in person.
Awesome.
So we had, always connected on social media, but that spark in person was even like more love, man. He's awesome. Yeah, just a great spirit.
Yeah.
And so he's dancing. I'm dancing. Anybody who knows me, my squad family, they know I'm a sea walk.
Okay.
I will sea walk to some Anita Bakers. The most
not Anita Baker. Not Anita Baker.
Swear I will.
Yeah, I'm not even
I will. And I just,
that.
I just believe in just dance when you want to dance.
Yeah.
And if it's the sea walk, the bee walk, whatever you want to do, do your thing.
Right. Do what makes you feel good.
Do what makes you feel good.
I feel that. Ain't nothing wrong with no sea walking. Okay.
I'm not sitting here saying I'm the best sea walker, but I got some skills.
Listen,
you feel me?
It's pretty
I got
high
some
on
skills.
My list. It's pretty high on my list. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm thinking I'm gonna start doing that on my set now.
You
maybe
really should. Why not? You could definitely do it to Stupid.
For sure.
Definitely do
They're not ready for Fields though, for me to do it to Fields.
No, not to the
Y'all not ready
Fields.
for that.
Not to the Fields.
To the Fields.
Oh my God. Okay. So circling back to family and family support. I want to just give my condolences first before we get into it. Your brother unfortunately passed away end of 2022.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he was a big part of your life, big supporter.
Definitely.
I think you had said Pineapple Sweet was his.
Well, that was his last song he heard. That was our last conversation. We talked about Pineapple Sweet.
Right.
Because he was so upset he missed that party. Man, we had fun at that party too. Absolutely. That Pineapple Sweet. I had a release little function, and I remember he had called my cousins and was like, "What happened at the function?" Yeah. Yeah, but we spoke crazy the morning before he passed. And we were just telling each other how proud we were of each other. Yes. So I appreciate you giving your condolences. It's been a journey. I'm not gonna lie. I think I said this in another interview. I camouflage real well. Like, I tend to go through things and people will never know. You know what I'm saying? So I guess maybe that's my superpower. I think, because people be like, "You're doing fucking amazing," and I'm just like, I'm just doing. You know, that's all I know is to just go. I know my brother would want me to go, and so we talked about. I get a little upset sometimes because he can't physically be here to see these accomplishments and be like, "Sis, you fucking did it." Like, we had so many conversations from our house that we grew up in to Carson, where we had a studio out there, like, and just talking about all this shit that I was going to do with music. And he believed in me so tough. It's like, that's what, he pushes me to keep going. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's...
You can see the belief that you have in yourself from the belief that he...
Definitely
instilled in you.
Yeah, because once I found that news that he left, I felt like my soul left me. But then it was like, as the time goes by, it's almost like they're in you. Right. My brother was a beast. Like, anybody who knows him, he was a boxer. Okay. So when he did something, he gave it his all. Yes. I don't care what it was, and so I watched that. Yeah. My whole life, and so all I know is to go hard. Yeah. So
that's all you can do. Yeah. Especially for those who we've seen are not, here anymore, who can't do it, all those things. It's really amazing to be able to continue to do that.
No, definitely. And we have an older brother. Okay. So a lot of people probably don't know, but I do have an older brother than Malcolm, and so he's been my rock through this as well. It's been difficult for us losing a sibling. Oh my goodness, it's like emotional roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere I'm going, I'm thinking of him because I see everything that we done did. It's almost it's surreal, but we're working through. Yeah, absolutely. It's a work in progress. Grieving is a motherfucker.
It's a constant process, I'm sure. Absolutely, and I'm sure a part of that grieving is the song that you have on your EP about him, and that one is called
Not Goodbye.
Not Goodbye. Because it's See You Later.
Right.
Not
correct.
Goodbye. Yes. And so, for those who maybe haven't lost a sibling or somebody close to them, how difficult is it to, number one, like we talked about off air, write about it, and then number two, to actually record it.
Right. Oh man, that was pretty magical right there. TG had already had the beat going, and so I think for me, I kind of walked into it like, because I hadn't did no music since then, and when TG had set that session up, I think I was more so like, this is my time to just let it out, and so I used that moment. They didn't see me cry, but I had to walk to the back of the booth, get my tears out, come back like, all right, y'all, let's do it.
I'm a real one. It's okay. Get off.
So they, because I remember J. Real had asked me, like, I don't know how you did it. Like, you didn't break down or nothing. I'm like, y'all just didn't see it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, y'all didn't see it.
There's that camouflage.
Yeah.
That superpower.
You feel me? So that was pretty magical. I feel like I thought of my brother that whole time, and that's what pushed me to get them notes out, because I was challenging myself vocally too. Yes. I'm always, if you ask my team, I'm always challenging myself vocally. I don't care if I crack. I don't care. I just want to try to see if I can hit the note. Absolutely. And if I can't, we're going to work around to get to something similar to it.
That's okay.
I think that was one of those sessions for me where, I had to push through those tears and those emotional moments and just let it out for Malcolm. And so we made a hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my favorite song. Not, I don't want to bring it like down or be.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, because I characteristically, we've gotten a lot of great R&B from pain and, you know, bad times and things like that. So that's amazing for you to, number one, be vulnerable like that.
Definitely.
And to share with the world and potentially help somebody else get through losing somebody close.
That was the goal of the song in my head, too. Like, I want people to be able to play it. And, you know, how we kind of play our gospel or play, you know, certain songs to get through, you know, days that we have. That's what I wanted that record to be. So I'm glad it's touching the people how it is.
Absolutely. No, it's a great record. Number one, like I said, I want to thank you for just being vulnerable enough.
Of course,
because I can only imagine that's probably just know, very simple. Even just hearing it, like you said, there when you ride around the city, you see him, you feel him, and that's why he's in you, with you. So I just want to say thank you for that. That's amazing. Of course, that's amazing.
That's one of my son's favorite songs too. He likes that song.
I mean, and kids are very intuitive.
And my brother's daughter loves it. Like every time last time she seen me, she's like, "Can you play the song you wrote for my dad?" Right. I'm like, "No way." Oh, yeah. And I play it, my son breaks down crying. Oh man. It was crazy. I was like, "Oh my God, Wow. The babies are feeling it too." You know.
Yeah, the babies feel it on a deep level.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I gotta love the kids.
Yeah.
So, as far as your music making and things like that, as far as collaborations and working with people throughout LA, I know you were with producer Day One.
Yes.
And you worked on the Diamond Collective as well. And so how many female artists did that include? It looked like it was like 50.
I believe it's 80. Oh. Don't quote me, but I feel like because that's the number I got. They told me 80.
Possible. That's crazy to be.
If it wasn't 80, we could break it down to 50. It was a lot of female artists. It was just a lot of us. Like, it was a lot.
That's amazing.
And when I recorded that song, keep in mind, I didn't even know I was going on a Diamond Collective. Yeah. Ash Bash had hit me.
Wow.
Yeah, my sis hit me and was like, come to the studio.
Yeah.
Came to the studio, recorded. Years later, here we are with Diamond Collective. So. Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That was pretty dope.
That's amazing.
I didn't even know who I was meeting at the time, and then I went to go look Day One up, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. Like, I was in there with a beast.
Right. I'm about to say this is somebody I need to know. That's a fact.
Shout out Day One.
That's amazing having those connections and having people just come in and hey, come over here, and you never know who you end up in the room with.
No, for sure.
And things like that. That's phenomenal. I actually was checking out the project as well. It's a lot of dope artists, number one, that I'm learning and getting familiar with.
Right.
But I think it's amazing to be able to work with that many artists successfully.
Right.
I think a lot of people think when you get 1, 2 artists together, 3,
it's so much happening.
So difficult.
No,
then you got schedules, you got people's attitudes, what they feel like they need to
and it's
get
all
it
girls.
Done. Right. And they like what
it's
they
all
say.
Females.
They say women don't work well together. That's what they trying to say.
Right.
So,
and I learned about a lot of female artists in Cali that I didn't even know about.
No,
I didn't even know we had this many. Mm-hmm. So, that was beautiful.
No, I think that's amazing because, once again, California is a huge melting pot of talent, of culture, and all the things. So it's good to be able to highlight that, especially on the female side.
For sure.
Going back into the EP, so we've been talking a lot about just affirmations, and the title of the EP is Lyrical Therapy.
Yes.
And how you writing the song for your brother, that was therapy. So is there something that you do on a daily basis that brings you some form of therapy?
Yes.
Like writing your journal?
For sure, writing a journal. Okay. I love doing that.
Okay.
I do that in my notes all day. Okay. Just start typing if I'm angry or something.
What does that do for you? For those who don't feel like what is journaling for?
It's a release.
Okay.
It's just a release of you could be built up with so much stuff, or maybe you haven't got to talk about, a certain subject or something, and you just need to kind of get your thoughts out.
Yes.
It's release for me, you
yes.
know. I like walking too.
Okay.
I'm a big walker.
Okay.
I smoke weed as well.
That's okay.
And I'm not trying to advise the kids to go do that. No. However, that's what I do as an adult.
Right, as an adult. All right.
That's my thing. Mm-hmm. And so, and I have to be honest, that's been some type of coping for me as well.
That's okay.
Not gonna cap.
Yeah, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's totally
fine. It also stirs up the creative juices. I created a lot of great records.
Yes. She said
I created a lot of great records. You know what I'm saying?
Using cannabis.
Yeah.
I have
it's a great thing. Yeah. So, those 3 are my top.
Okay. I got you. So, we want to tap into the EP just a little bit. So I want to ask you about the titles of your records. So we talked about that it's a collaborative effort, teamwork. That's what we were writing with.
Yes.
So I'm gonna just go down the list, and after I read each title, you just tell me what comes to mind when I say the title of that song. And just like whether it's what came into the making of that, the lyrics in it, what sticks out to you as the artist. So the first one, number one, Ready. What does that mean to you?
You said the first thing that comes to my mind?
Yeah.
Ryan Yates.
Okay. Why is that? Why is that?
That comes to my mind because Ryan was a co-writer on that song. He's a very dope creative, a part of our squad as well. Okay. And so TG introduced us some years back, and he's just amazing. Okay. And so that record stemmed from him, doing his thing, and then I come in and do my thing. And so, yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind, I swear. No,
that's fine. We want to get the authentic, behind the process. So, number two, Stupid, which is one of my favorites.
Banger.
Hello. Fire sample.
People are not used to hearing me on those type of tempo, songs. So a banger.
It's so
y'all didn't know I could do it, but I can.
It's so LA. I love it. I think you got to tap into that LA more often.
People have been telling me that too for a minute, but I'm a lover. I like to sing slow music. You feel me? But you feel me, girl? Low key,
clearly.
I'm lucky about to start rapping.
Right? Hello. Okay. We started rapping in the beginning anyway, right?
I was rapping in the beginning, so I started off writing only. Didn't even want to be in the limelight. Was a singer. Found out I could rap. Dropped like a remix to Cat Daddy. Okay. Remember that song? Mine was called Thug Daddy.
Okay.
so LA, right?
LA.
And I tapped into that bag. You want to know who got me into my rap bag was my brother.
Okay.
He was ghostwriting at the time for me.
Okay.
So he wrote a couple 16-bar rap verses.
Yeah.
So on one of my first mixtapes, which was my Slightly Ghetto Volume 1.
Slightly Ghetto, right? Okay.
That's the brand.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
just a little slight,
So he wrote a couple verses on there for me, and that's when I kind of tapped into that bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
And excuse me. Also, my mom used to record rappers. So, I mean, I've been watching rapping. I'm a big rap lover, so.
Okay. I do R&B, but I like some good rap. Okay, ain't no wrong with that. Absolutely.
So, Stupid, banger.
Easy.
Period.
Easy call. Oasis, featuring Keon Bell. Shout out to Keon. And put your shirt on, sir.
Wet.
No, I'm just playing.
That's what I think of, Oasis.
Right.
Wet.
Wet. Okay, listen. Oasis is, something to do with
water.
Wet. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little wet. All right now? All right, Curtis Issues. I think the fellas, I love this one as well. The fellas like
I love this one too. The Past.
Listen, do we want to elaborate?
No. The Past.
The Past. Leave it in the past. Say less. Fragrance, featuring Mike Free.
I'm going to say long time coming. I went to high school with Mike Free.
Okay.
So that's my bro. So we've created records back in high school, but we had never got an official record. So I'm going to say long time coming for this one. And to have him on my first EP, that's pretty fucking special. Me and Mike been locked in since Frederick Douglass.
Okay.
You feel me?
Come on, shout that out.
That's my dog.
Shout
out Mike Free.
Okay, next one, Ocean Floor.
2 a.m. waking up out of my bed.
Ooh!
Tubbs is right there, and we created a hit. That's literally the first thing I think.
Easy call. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I have to listen. Y'all have no idea how Ocean Floor was created. Crazy thing, real quick.
Because I'm thinking
real quick.
Freaky,
no,
okay?
Nothing freaky. Nothing freaky. The bro hits me. We're gonna have a session at my crib. No problem. Pull up. I got the monitors. He brings the laptop. Boom.
Easy.
He got the beats. We're going. I fall asleep.
Okay.
I smoke and fall asleep.
Yeah.
He's still up, creating, cooking. Girl, I woke up at 2 a.m. I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
After my nap,
I'm ready. Tubbs had pinned the hook.
Yeah.
And then I had pinned the verse, and we both kind of collabed throughout the verse too. And That was 2 a.m., girl. Straight, girl. It was amazing.
So you got
bedroom bangers coming soon.
Flow to get to the ocean flow, okay?
Exactly.
All right. Goddamn.
Yeah, that's the first thing I think of.
Hilarious, but that's hilarious.
That's another banger.
When we think of like, I think as consumers or fans, we think like, oh, it was something crazy.
Right, like she
was
having a
She was on
not. It was not.
No, just
that was pretty cool.
Came up from a smoke-induced coma,
literally
and I wrote a hit.
And we had already wrote a couple like hooks prior to that. Yeah. I got some work done before I fell asleep.
That's okay. It's okay. You don't need to explain nothing else. We know Leah Writes. It's
you
in the
feel
name.
Me?
Okay, it's in the name. So feels
banger.
No, for real. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say L.A. like Cali. That's what I think of when I hear that record.
No, it's real Cali. Yeah, that's one of the ones I like too. Actually,
and I'm happy that I got Zoe to kind of get into a different bag of his as well. I feel like he's dope, but I feel like I hadn't heard him kind of get too melodic how he did on this, so it was pretty cool to hear him do his thing like that.
Yeah, it's really dope because I've heard him, like you said, in other bags,
right?
Not in that one.
Right, and he's the Don. He's dope too, man. That guy's dope as hell.
No, that was super fire. You got a lot of good, I think, just the right amount of collabs.
We gonna say summertime 24 for Phil.
Okay,
we're gonna manifest
summertime 24. Okay, yeah. Say less on that one. And I feel like this one might be just
pretty much self-explanatory.
Goes without saying, but
for sure, not goodbye. I'm gonna say Malcolm. Yeah.
There you go.
Any loved one that because I lost my uncle too.
Okay.
My mom had lost her little brother too, so we took like a lot of back to back. Excuse me, but yeah. I'm gonna say my loved ones for sure, Malcolm, and that's the first thing that comes to that.
Yeah, no, that's
healing too.
Okay,
like healing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, healing is a big part of this.
Yeah.
So number one, I just want to say congratulations on your first EP.
Thank you.
You've been grinding. You've been continuing, and that's amazing to get to this point.
I appreciate it.
That's amazing. So also, before because we're gonna start wrapping it up here just in a second. So TG. Drastic measures. We've got to continue to give them some love.
Definitely.
How do we get locked in with them?
I met TG through Marzette. Marzette is a really good friend of mine, like a brother. That's my dog. He at the time wanted me to get on a track called Yearnin'.
Okay.
So I did a track with him titled Yearnin', and I recorded with TG for the first time. He was in a studio in like Signal Hill, and that's where me and TG's relationship began. I used to literally just book time with TG and then record my music. And then, one day, I was like, I'm going to go ask him if he wants to be my manager.
Right.
I'm just, fuck it, I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
And we had already been recording for, some years now. So, and he, at the time, he was working with Keon. And I think he was kind of, didn't want to, really commit to doing it. But kind of just was like, give me some time, low-key. And then he just out of the blue, I think months down, was like, let's go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
And here I am.
I mean, once again, I think just that, I think the theme of this interview is just continue to go.
Yeah.
Just keep showing
and real organic.
Yeah.
None of my relationships I've never forced, it's just kind of TG's like a big brother to me now. I always tell my squad, they have no idea how grateful I am for them because I've never had that.
Yes.
It's always just been me and Mom.
Yeah.
And so to find a group of technically strangers at that time, and then we grow into this family, it's been beautiful.
Yes.
And we're still growing. I'm learning new shit about myself every day.
Yeah.
They're checking me, and I'm having to sit and get checked.
That
I can't be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I have to be like, you're absolutely right.
Right.
I did fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you got some built-in accountability
definitely
partners.
And we all keep each other on our toes. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out the team.
That teamwork makes the dream work. And we're all only as successful as who we associate with.
Definitely.
So if you associating with some broke motherfuckers, guess what?
You're gonna be broke.
You're next.
9 times out of 10,
Who's
you're
next?
gonna be broke.
You are.
Yeah.
So, state of R&B. Everybody saying R&B's dead.
Alive. You seen who just performed at Super Bowl? That was an R&B set.
Listen, it was Usher's concert, if you ask me.
Yeah, that was an Usher Bowl.
I was in there. Yeah, okay. So
that was Usher Bowl.
Don't play with me. So, what is your personal take on that narrative? Because I definitely don't think it's true.
Oh,
but I'm tapped in with music, so.
Those type of things I really don't be paying attention to be honest. That's bullshit. We know R&B will never die. this is our therapy. Like, that's so that we need that. Yes, that's what keeps it going. I feel like a lot of rappers are trying to be singers.
Yes.
That's that R&B. And it's okay. Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm not one of those artists like limit yourself, box yourself in. Do anything you're feeling. Yeah. I fuck around and do a country song. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, yeah, like we can do whatever we put our minds to. Mm-hmm. Like I said in the beginning of the interview. Yeah. So yeah, don't limit yourself. Do your thing. R&B is not dead. It's growing. It's thriving. And yeah, I'm excited. I mean, right. And I didn't want to do all that. I was trying to sit here and just like
grind it out. It's okay.
It's okay. We players fuck up too.
The authenticity from your video going viral. It's the authenticity. People,
that's why they love it. That's why they love it. You feel me?
Everybody knows runs.
But so I think I'm excited about where R&B is headed. You know, even for me, like I'm gonna be a new artist. You know, and so I'm excited for people to hear my sound and where I come from. I'm a Cali baby.
That part.
Don't sit here and say we ain't got no talent in Cali, no real talent, because I come straight from the city. You feel me? Straight from the district, and I sing. Okay, I write my music. We're talented out here. Yes. It's not just bullshit, ass shaking, twerking. That's great too. We enjoy that, but you know. I think that quality in music is starting to matter now.
Yes.
You know, like before where we could just keep follow a trend. No. I want to know what your story is. I want to have some quality lyrics. I want to feel something. I want to learn something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the real stuff.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And I think that's amazing that, like you said, I want the world to hear your sound as well, especially because you coming from a place like Crenshaw, people don't think of R&B when they think of that area at all. They think of some hardcore gang banging.
They think I rap. Everybody thinks I rap. I'm like, no, I'm a
and
singer.
then probably with the rights, they like, oh, she's pinning.
And even so my style, like I know I'm not. I feel like my style, the way I always explain it like sporty, sexy, but I'm really like just a sexy ass tomboy. If you think of it,
there's no problem.
Like, and I think my style alone kind of makes people think like she must be about to rap.
Right.
But guess what? I've been popping out, my little sexiness.
It's okay.
I might have a crop top on or two, you feel me? But you know, this
is
me.
You can walk that line. It's okay.
Yeah. Y'all ain't gonna be able to handle it if I come in a bikini. They're gonna lose their shit.
That part. That part. Oh my God. Goddamn. Okay. So I won't say top 5 because I hate when people do this.
Yeah, don't do
but
that.
I won't. Because I can't pick.
Music.
Because I can't pick. So just off the top of your head,
okay.
Top 5 or not top, but 5 artists that come to your R&B artists that come to your mind, or they don't have to be R&B because you like hip hop too.
Yeah, we'll say Nipsey, Janae, Alicia
Keys.
Yes.
Okay.
Alicia Keys. I love Bryson Tiller.
Okay.
And I love Chris Brown too.
Okay,
he's dope.
Okay. Look, those are 5. Those are 5 good ones to come fresh off the dome. Mm-hmm. So especially because I hate when people try to make you choose because it's just way too many artists.
Notice I said Nipsey first.
Yes, you did. No, and that's why I was like, you know what? Let me not limit you.
Right.
Like, let's.
Nipsey's always my go-to.
Yes, absolutely. And I think you being from the dish where you from. It only makes sense. Yeah. Absolutely. And he sold you one of his mixtapes, right?
He sure did.
Yeah. Okay.
At least he tried. I didn't have the money, girl. I was like, I don't even got $5, bro. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I wish I could give it to you.
Yeah, but that sure did happen, right? Man, I remember that day too. That was wild. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
My brother, you know how we learned about Nipsey? My brother bought home one of his mixtapes, like when you used to Sharpie the titles. So my brother had like an exclusive tape. My brother at the time was 16.
That's fire.
He came running home, told my mom, he's the next one. He's the one that's going to blow. And then he played it for my mom. My mom was like, yeah, but he's not going to get any radio play with all the gang banging. My mom was a DJ. You know, she was really into the DJ. Yeah, she's like, we got to get him some radio play.
Like, he can't go on the radio.
But yeah, that was a time.
That is hilarious.
And then to watch Nip do what he did, it was like, damn, look at him get on the radio.
Right.
Doing what he does.
Yes,
that was amazing.
No, it is super fire.
Yeah.
That is super amazing. So I would imagine as far as in your household, mom was the one with the fire music playlist and whatnot.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And that's where you learned all your probably musical styles?
Dad was like more old school.
Okay.
And mom was a rap. She was a hip hop DJ, so she DJ'd a lot of like West Coast, hip hop shit. So that was her thing, and definitely she did R&B too. So like the 90s, early 2000s R&B. That's what I was raised on.
Time.
Yeah,
that's the best.
I was raised on all that John B. Remember when they used to make mixtapes? She used to make mixtapes and shit. Type up the list and shit and slide it in the disc. I used to have to. Me and my brother were doing that shit for her. Yeah, exactly. Making shit. Oh my god.
That's hilarious. That's amazing. But
shit, I could DJ too.
Man, look. Leah Writes, the DJ.
Hire me.
Too? Okay.
Private events only.
Not private events, okay?
Private events only.
Private events only. Okay, I got you. So, last question before we get you out of here. 2024. We started off by betting on ourselves by putting out our first EP, Lyrical Therapy. What do you want to see more of from yourself, career-wise, 2024?
I want to go on a tour.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to perform. I want to do live performances more. And also, I'm starting to dance with my music. So I have dance background. I tapped out of it for a bit, but now I'm tapping back in. Okay. And so it's never left me, but definitely got some practicing to do. Okay. And so I'm here to put myself up for the challenge. And so, I got a great squad with the dancing too. Shout out to Tay. Taylor's been a big help in helping me with getting the dancing together too. I have another my high school choreographer. His name is Davion. Oh, okay. He's always been interested in actually helping me with putting together like a dance, for my show. So he's been like behind the scenes. I don't think my squad even knows, but he's always been like a mentor for me. So we got some shit coming. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm excited.
We looking forward to seeing Leah Writes announcing a tour.
Yeah, dancing too.
And some more dancing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely straight out the trunk. Me, Shaded, we definitely are looking forward to seeing you continue to shine. And
I appreciate y'all.
Step out that comfort zone, because that's where the growth is going to happen.
Definitely.
Before we get you out of here, let everybody know where they can find you, where they can download that new EP, Lyrical Therapy.
Okay.
And anything else you would like to let them know.
Yeah, so you guys can follow me at Leah Writes. That's on all platforms. It's LEAHWRITES. And you can find Lyrical Therapy. If you go to the link in my bio on Instagram, that will take you to everything. Lyrical Therapy is out on all platforms. And I'm literally under Leah Writes on everything. So no underscores or nothing, just Leah Writes. And keep living, smile more, have fun, enjoy your life, live it to the fullest. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys for bringing me into this. This is a blessing, and thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much. We're going to go out on some Leah Writes, and we're going to go ahead and close it out a little bit. We'll be right back.